Have you ever had a job brought to you that you kind of really didn't have an interest in and didn't want to take on, but you quoted out a higher price because you weren't interested, so you
Yeah,
just try to push
I
them
always
away?
get those. Yeah, those are the ones you always get, the ones that you really don't want. But I would warn you that even that stretcher was one, because I thought this is just not a very glamorous thing, this is a slab. But the more I got into it, wow, this is really a great combination of materials engineering and ergonomics, and if I can pull this off, maybe it's a good financial move. So it became a gambling operation. You have to figure out some way to make it interesting. If the subject itself isn't interesting, make the project interesting so that you can somehow derive some value and inspiration, because you have to somehow channel something to get going on it. A lot of the time you just get up and do the work. You don't wait around for your muse to show up. You just, writers write, designers design, bricklayers lay bricks. You just do it, and eventually maybe you'll enjoy listening to music while you do it or something. There's something else. I suspect that all of you are here because you have a certain aptitude and you have a certain interest in problem solving and aesthetics, that you'll find a way to somehow generate something about it that will keep you involved.
Any tips on how they can market themselves or finding clients just starting out?
Gosh, I get resumes from people on CoralFlot, and that's one of the forums for resumes. I see incredible work out there. I see beautiful computer renderings. I have no way of gauging whether that stuff is really a good solution or not. They're impeccably designed or impeccably rendered beautiful things, but I don't know if they're impeccably rendered bad ideas or not. So I don't know how I'd do it now. I would say that if I were in a recent graduate shoes, I would try to find a position in a respectable design firm so that I could learn some of that. I wouldn't be a freelance person right off the bat. You're a freelance person as soon as you graduate anyway, but I would want to be somebody who's employed by a pretty, I wouldn't say, I don't know what respectful means, but I think some group that actually is aggressive about finding interesting projects. And you probably have seen their work in the magazines. I'm in the same boat, but I've got enough of a network of people that have used me that I don't really have to do much cold calling anymore. I mean, that's a real tough thing to do, because everybody is trying to find a place now. There are lots of graduates. But don't give up. That's the one thing, you mustn't give up. There will be a place for you, and if you are in a low spot, and as I was, I quit that other design firm. The ID Magazine annual review came out that summer, and they had won all kinds of awards, and I was just sitting there looking for dimes under the couch and thinking, wow, I really made a mistake. But things change if you are persistent, and you may have to take a dumb little metal box and make it nice and go to a trade show with it and meet somebody else, and things will start rolling if you're persistent. That's, apply your problem solving to that, getting a job, and it will work.
I have a question. You've said that if you want to be an entrepreneur, take business and marketing courses.
Yeah.
Do you mean to say you want us to do an MBA, or just take small entrepreneurial courses?
No. Actually, I say that, and I wrote that today because I didn't include that. But you really, if you are going to be in the business of design, know a little bit about it. And I was just at a networking function because there was a speaker that I wanted to hear about. They were talking about the wow factor in product design, and it turned out to be kind of a networking vehicle for people to hand out business cards. And I told them what I did, and it turned out that you know, they sort of did the same thing, or they needed some whole patch that somebody like me could do. And that actually is a good way to do it. There are business networking functions that you could meet the right contact at, and you
You're
know.
talking about the BDM
Yes.
yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was the first one I'd gone to, and I thought that, you know, that is an interesting venue, and somebody did ask for my card, and I was surprised, and I actually met some people that I used to work with too there. So it's an interesting collection zone for people like us. But I would say, don't be naive about business. I mean, I know it sounds kind of boring, and I don't like using business speak myself, but you have to be aware of you know, marketing concerns and branding, and speak some of the language.
All right, well, I want to thank you very much,
All right.
Matt, for coming down.